All right, so I'm live now, so I'll be waiting for others to. So we are starting by 4 o'clock. All right, so I'm trying to set up. So just hold on. Just hold on. Trying to ensure that you can see the board clearly. All right, I think it's better this way. It's better this way. So if you're just joining, what you'll be doing is ensure you're with your book and you're with your pen. All right, so we are going to be starting at exactly 4 o'clock. At exactly 4 o'clock. So what you have to do now, for those of you already live, please sign in. Sign in by typing in the comment section, "I can hear you." So I'll be sure you can hear me. Type in the comment section, "I can hear you." We'll be starting at exactly 4 o'clock. So type in the comment section, "I can hear you." So I'll be waiting for that, and then we can start by 4 o'clock. Get your book and your pen ready, because today we are going to be dealing with key things that you see in Jamb. Most persons, they underrate English so much that if you check the statistics, Jamb has a record of failure in English more than. Get yourself ready, because we are going to learn today. All right, so we have 1 minute to start the class. We have just 1 minute remaining to commence the class. Just 1 minute remaining to commence the class. So please type in the comment section, "I can hear you." If you can hear me, just sign in, "I can hear you." All right, so I think it's time. So those of you that typed in the comment section, I can hear you actually saw that. So let's continue. Let's commence the class. Now, before we start, it's not an underrated subject. You know, you be no matter your course. So even if you're writing, you're aspiring for medicine, you're aspiring for nursing, you're aspiring for anything, you must write English in Jamb. So it's a compulsory subject, and there are different parts of English you'll be writing in your Jamb. You know, one thing you need to notice is OBJ. Yes, it is objective, but you have to know all the aspects of English language for you to score very well in English. Now, there's a novel, and you know they changed the novel for this year, so you have a new novel, and that novel is part of the English subject. So if you're writing it, there are 10 questions from that novel will be coming out in English. All right, so today we're going to be looking at a very, very important topic in English, which forms the backbone, the background of English. And that is the basic structure of English. So we're going to be starting with the basic structure of English. Now, if you have this book, or if you don't have, I will strongly recommend this book. I would strongly recommend this book. This is A to Z of Jamb Use of English. So this book is specifically for Jamb, A to Z. So this will give you A to Z of everything you need to know in English language. It's very good. Or if you cannot get this, you get the Invincible Teacher. The Invincible Teacher is also very good, though the Invincible Teacher is costlier than this. So let's go. So be looking at, and please, any question you have, always drop it in the comment section, because I'll be taking a pause to respond to your questions. You're in class. You're in class. All right. So basic structure of English. Now, the very first thing is a sentence is any word or group of words that make a complete sense. So please write that down. After writing the topic, basic structure of English, please, I said you should be with your notes. So write it down. The topic is basic structure of English. Now write, a sentence is any word or group of words that make a complete sense. A sentence is any word or group of words that make a complete sense. It means anything I say that makes sense to you, that thing is a sentence. And it can be just one word or group of words. For example, if I say something like, I am going to school, that makes a complete sense, right? I am going to school makes a complete sense. So that's a sentence. And you can see I am going to school is group of words combined together. What if we have just one word as a sentence? Come. If I look at you and I just say come, it makes sense. So that's a sentence. Come. You understand what I'm saying, right? I'm asking you to do what? To come. So come also, though a word, is a sentence. So a sentence is a word or group of words that make what? A complete sense. Do you understand that? Now, the most important thing here, and where Jamb will be asking you question, is what are the parts of a sentence? So you identify the parts of a sentence. Now, that is why we are looking at the basic structure of English. And the very first part of the sentence we are going to be looking at is the subject. The subject is represented as S. That's the subject. It's represented as S. The second part of the sentence we are going to be looking at is the predicator, P. Predicator, P. The third part we are going to be looking at is complement, C. And the fourth part, which is the last part we are going to be looking at, is the adjuncts, A. Adjuncts, A. So these are the four parts of a sentence we are going to be looking at. So if you are ready for that, if you are ready to go into this, because you are going to check past questions too and see how they set questions on this. If you are ready, type in the comment section, I am ready, so we can kickstart. If you're ready, type in the comment section, I am ready, so we will kickstart with that. So I'm waiting for your response now. All right, so the very first part, the subject. The subject is the subject is what the sentence is talking about. The subject is what the sentence is talking about. Take for example, if you have something like this. If you have something like this sentence, Obi kills the snake. Let's analyze it. Who is the sentence talking about? The sentence is talking about what? It's talking about who? Obi, right? So Obi here becomes the subject of this sentence. So the subject of a sentence is who or what the sentence is talking about. The sentence is talking about. So in this sentence, Obi kills the snake is Obi. Obi is the subject of the sentence because that's who the sentence is talking about. That's who the sentence is talking about. If you have another example, let's say she likes ice cream. Who likes ice cream? She, right? So she becomes the subject of this sentence because this is the person that likes the ice cream. This is who the sentence is talking about. This is who the sentence is talking about. So the subject represented as S is who or what the sentence is talking about. Do you understand that now? Good. Now the next part we are going to look at is the predicator. Predicator represented as P. Predicator is represented as P. Now this predicator, in short, in simple terms, can be referred to as the verb. The predicate or the predicator, in short, in simple terms, can be seen as the verb. I know verbs are action words, right? Doing words. And verb is so important that it is only verb that can stand alone as a sentence. It is only a verb that can stand on its own and makes a complete sense. For example, come. That makes a complete sense, and that's a verb. Come. You come. Do you get that? All right. So a predicator is a verb. Now let's look at this first example. Obi kills the snake. What is the predicator there? The action there. The action there is what? Kills, right? So that's the predicate there. Obi kills the snake. What is Obi doing? What action? Killing. So kills is the predicator here. She likes ice cream. What's the predicate there? Drop it in the comment section. What is the predicate in this sentence? She likes ice cream. Drop the predicator in the comment section. So drop the predicator in the comment section. I'm checking it now. So she likes ice cream. Drop the predicator in the comment section. So I'll be sure you're following. All right, good. So it said likes, right? Good. So it means you're following. She likes ice cream. Likes becomes the predicate. Likes becomes the predicate. So she likes ice cream. Likes becomes the predicate. So take note that predicator is the verb in that sentence. The next thing is complement. And yes, some persons, they get it confused at this point, at the complement. Now, the complement is the object or what is suffering the action. The receiver of the action is the complement. The receiver of the action is the complement, and it's represented as C. So let's take this first example. Let's check this first example again. Obi kills the snake. Obi kills the snake. What is Obi killing? Remember, who the sentence is talking about is the subject, Obi. The predicator is a verb. Then Obi kills what? What is suffering that action of killing becomes the complement. So that thing that is suffering the action is what? Is a complement. is a complement. So Obi kills the snake. So what will become the complement now? The snake. Please, not just snake, not any snake, but the snake becomes the complement. So the complement is the sufferer of the action. What is suffering the action? What is receiving the action is the complement. So she likes ice cream. What did she like? Ice cream. Ice cream. In this case, likes ice cream. Okay, let's look at another one. John kicks the ball. John kicks the ball. John kicks the ball. Now, John kicks the ball. John is the what? Is the what? Subject, correct? Kicks is the what? The predicator. And the ball is what? Is a complement. Because this is what is receiving the action of the kicking John is doing. The last part we are going to... So the adjunct represents the adverb or the adjective. This is used to describe the noun. Adverb is used to tell us more about the verb, right? Adjective is used to tell us more about the noun. Now, take for example, John kicks the ball quickly. Let's use this. This quickly here is an adjunct because this is an adverb. All right, so let's continue from where we stopped. So John kicks the ball quickly. Now, this is an adjunct, right? Because an adjunct is talking about, is describing this. Now, this is an adverb describing this verb, this predicator here. So, how did John kick the ball? Quickly, right? So, this is an adverb. This is an adjunct. Do we get that? So, an adjunct is just the adverb or the adjective in that sentence. All right, so if you have any question, drop it in the comment section while I will be giving you something to do for me now. So I'll be taking what you're to do for me from this book I recommended. This book I recommended for you. Where's my duster? All right, if you have something like this, now in this example or this exercise which you are going to do for me, Nat goes home every day. Now write the adjuncts, the complements, the subject. So write it with their letters. So you can just say, you can write it in song. Okay, let me give you options. Let me give you options to make it for you. All right, so this is what you see in Jamb. This is how they set their question. So they'll give you something like this and they'll put it in the comment section. They'll put it in the options this way. Now, Nat goes home every day. They're asking you to give the form, the sentence structure, where S represents subject, A adjunct, P predicator, C complement. So from option A to C, choose the one that represents this sentence. Drop it in the comment section. I'll be waiting for that. Okay, so we see that Nat here is the subject, right? Goes here is the what? The predicator. Where did he go? Home, right? The complement. Then every day. How often? Adverb. That's the adjunct. So you can see that it's SPCA. SPCA. So B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. SPCA. Nat. Subject, goes, predicator, home, complement, every day, adjuncts. That's the adverb. All right. So that is that. So this is how you will see it in exam. Before we move to the next thing we are going to talk about, which is concords, and we have over 20 rules of concords. And if you know as many as possible, if you know all the rules of concord, English is just a chip for you. But we're not going to take all the rules of concord today. I'm going to take some of them. Then in our next class, our next English class, for now, our English classes will be every Saturdays, every Sundays by 4 o'clock. So next week, Sunday, we're going to continue from where we stopped today. So by 4 o'clock next week, check on this channel also, and this live class will be going on. All right, so before we go into the rules of concord, let me touch a little about the adverbs again. Now, when we talk about adverbs, adverbs adverbs are used to give more information about the verb. So adverb gives more information about the verb, right? Good. Now, if we have something like this, we have adverb of manner, adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of frequency, and we have others. Now, adverb of manner answers the question how. Adverb of manner answers the question how. So how was it done? How was it done? How where was it done? So adverb of manner answers the question what? How. Adverb of time answers the question when. Ada plays football. Okay, let's say Ada played yesterday. When did she play? Yesterday, right? When. That's adverb. Yesterday there becomes an adverb of time. Okay, Chioma cooks very well. Chioma cooks very well. What's the adverb there? Very well. She cooks very well. How well did she cook? That answers the question how. So that's adverb of manner. Now, adverb of place. They went to the zoo. Where did they go to? The zoo, right? So adverb of place answers the question what? Where. Adverb of place answers the question where. Then adverb of frequency answers the question how often. How often. How often. So you can say we play every day. How often do we play? Is it every day? Is it once a week? We play every day. How often? So adverb of frequency answers the question how often. Adverb of place answers the question where. Adverb of time answers the question when. Adverb of manner answers the question how. Please write this down in your notes. And if you have any question, drop it in the comment section. If you don't have any question, drop I am following in the comment section. Then let's move to the rules of concord. Here we'll be looking at past questions, jump past questions. So please stay tuned. Don't leave. Don't leave. All right. So write this down in your notes. Then if you don't have any question, type in the comment section. What did I say you should type again? What did I say you should type? Or just drop fire emoji in the comment section so I will know you are following. All right, let's continue. So the next thing we're going to talk about is concord. It's concord. There's no way you're going to write English exam and you will not apply the rules of concord. Now, once you hear concord, the first thing that should come to your mind is agreement. 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 That's the very first thing that should come to your mind. Agreement. So concord means what? Agreement. We've seen the different parts of a sentence. We've seen the subject, we've seen the predicator, we've seen the complements, we've seen the adjuncts. Now, all these parts of a sentence must agree. All the parts of a sentence must agree. That is the concord we are talking about. So agreements between the different components of the sentence. So you can write concord means agreement between the subject and verb, right? Concord means agreement between the subject and verb, or between a verb and other elements, or between a verb and other elements of the sentence. Are we there? Okay, so we're going to take them one after the other. We're going to take the rules of concord one after the other. But before I take the rules, now let's examine this sentence. Let's examine this. Number one, please bring my other marker. All right, let's examine these sentences. The first one, I want you to look at it very well. They suggest he go away, or do you say they suggest he go away, or they suggest he goes away? Which one is correct? They suggest he go away, or they suggest he goes away. Which one is correct? Hold it. Number two, also look at this. The club meets every day, or do you say the club meets every day? Which one is correct? Is it meet or meets? So is it the club meets every day, or the club meets every day? So which one is correct? Do you say they suggest he go away, or they suggest he goes away? Which one is correct? Now, if they suggest he go away is the correct answer, you feel that's the correct answer, then drop A in the comment section. If you feel they suggest he goes away is the correct answer, drop B in the comment section. So I'm coming to check now. So they suggest he go away. If your answer is A, if that is correct, drop A. If it is they suggest he goes away, drop B in the comment section. So after that, we'll now start the rules of concord. So you will see that most of these things we say in our everyday English, most of them are actually wrong. So just one person have dropped the answer so far. Person said B. They suggest he goes away. Now we'll come back to this by the time we are done taking the rules. So I will be giving us the rules now. So we'll see how good we are. So we'll be coming back to this. So just write it somewhere and we'll come back to it. So let's take the first rule or law. So the first one is subject verb concord. The first one is subject verb concord. Now we've seen that concord means what? Agreement, right? Concord means agreement. Now the first rule of concord is the subject verb agreement, and it states that singular subjects must go with singular verbs. Singular subjects must go with singular verbs. Plural subjects must go with plural verbs. So this is what it states. It states that the subject and the verb in a particular sentence must be in agreement. So if we have a singular subject, the verb we should have will be what? A singular verb, right? Then if the subject is plural, the verb should be what? Plural also. All right, so write that down. Why I give you an example. Write that down. So an example, the first example, the boys dash. Will you say the boys go or the boys goes? Is it go or goes? Now, boys here, is this singular or plural? Plural, right? Because there is an S. Now, among go and goes, which one is plural? You notice that go is plural, while goes is singular. Now, one thing you need to notice, if you add S to a noun, it becomes plural, right? Take for example, if you have chair, chair is a noun, right? If you add S, chairs, that's plural. Chair, singular, chairs, plural. Book, noun, singular, books, plural. But if you add S to a verb, it becomes singular. If you add S to a verb, it becomes singular. If you add S to a noun, it becomes plural. Are you taking notes? If you add S to a verb, it becomes singular. If you add S to a noun, it becomes plural. Take for example, go and goes. Go is plural. If I add S, goes, it becomes singular. So here the boys go, not the boys goes. Because the boys here, plural, should go with plural verb go. Do you understand? Another one. I'll give you something to do for me. They dash a lot, and what I have is eat or eats. So will you say they eat a lot or they eat a lot? First of all, eat is a verb, right? And remember that when S is added to the verb, it becomes what? Singular. Meaning eat here is what? Plural, right? And eats is what? Singular. So they, which is the subject here. Remember, we're looking at subject-verb agreement. The subject here is they, and it's in plural form. It's in plural form. So the verb here or the predicator must be in plural form. So they eat a lot, not they eat a lot. Do you understand that now? So the first rule of concord is the subject-verb agreement. Subject-verb agreement. So if the subject is singular, the verb must also be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb must also be plural. All right, so write this down and I'll give you something to try for me. Right, so we're going to move on. What I'm going to do is let's take most of the laws, then we look at past questions to see how well we can answer them. Hope we are done with this. So I can clean now. So let's look at the second law, the second rule. Second rule is subject, object, concord. Subject, object, concord. Subject, object, concord. Now write, when everyone, comma, everybody, etc. are used. When everyone, everybody, etc. are used, the object will be his. The object will be his stroke her, or that is, this his stroke her means his or her, and not there. I'll take the sentence again. The rule states that when everyone, everybody, etc. are used, the object will be his or her and not there. Will be his or her and not there. All right, so write that down and I'll give you something to do. Example. So I'll write it down and you tell me which is correct. So number one, A says all right, now look at this. Everyone knows their name. B says everyone knows his or her name. Which one is the correct form? Is it A or B? Everyone knows their name. B says everyone knows his or her name. So which is correct? So drop the answer in the comment section. Drop the correct answer in the comment section. So I'm waiting for your answer. So I'm waiting for your response. I'm waiting for your response. So drop your response in the... Okay. Seems it's just two persons that's following up this class. It's just two persons. Okay, someone have dropped the answer. I'm waiting for others. I'm waiting for others. I'm waiting for others. I'm waiting for others. Okay, so we're going to continue. Now, everyone knows their name. Everyone knows their name. It's wrong. It's not accepted in formal English. Everyone knows his or her name. Correct. Now, rule number 2. First of all, everyone here is a subject, right? Now, everyone knows. First of all, is knows singular or plural? This is a verb, right? And remember, if you're adding s to a verb, it becomes what? Singular, right? So everyone here is an umbrella word, is singular. Knows. Knows is, say what? Knows is what? Knows is singular. So here we're having our subject verb agreement here. Then the object, use. You don't use there, because there is plural. So the rule here states that when everyone or everybody is used in a sentence, the object should not be there. The object should be his or her. Do you get? So everyone knows his or her name. Not everyone knows their name. Do we understand that? Yes. So the next rule. Can we go on? Do you have any question? So I want to clean this now. So rule number 3. Rule number 3. So write it down. Rule number 3 is mandative, subjunctive, concord. It's on the board, so you can see there, mandative, subjunctive, concord. Now write. The rule states that when recommendation, comma, resolution, comma, demand, comma, wish, comma, suggestion, or prayer. The rule states that when recommendation, resolution, demand, wish, suggestion, or prayer is involved in a sentence, the verb of the clause should be plural. The verb of the clause should be plural. The verb of the clause should be plural. Whether the subject is singular or plural. Whether the subject is singular or plural. Please write that down. Let me explain. All right, so let me explain that. Now, mandative subjunctive concord. Please take note, because we always get it wrong here. When recommendation, that's you're recommending somebody, resolution, demand, wish, suggestion, or prayer is involved in a sentence, you use a plural verb whether the subject is singular or not. So example, it has been recommended that he go. Number one. Number two, I pray that God help. You do this number three for me. We resolved that the secretary dash A resign, B resigns. Okay, now let me explain. So mandative subjunctive concord said when you are recommending, recommendation is used when resolution is involved, demand, wish, suggestion, or prayer. That sentence, the verb you have to use in that sentence should be what? Plural, whether the subject is singular or not. Take for example, it has been recommended that he go. Now, he here is the subject, right? So you see now that the subject must not always start the sentence. It has been recommended that he go. He is singular, is it not? So it's supposed to go with a singular verb. That is goes. But since it is a recommendation, it will go with a plural verb. So it has been recommended that he go, not it has been recommended that he goes. Because recommendation is involved. Do you understand? So it has been recommended that he go. Do you get? The second example, I pray that God help. Now, I pray that God help. Since it is a prayer, the God you are talking about is singular, right? And help is plural because helps is singular. Remember, it's a verb. So if you add s, it becomes singular. Help here is plural and God is singular. So, but because we are using prayer, remember, you remember what mandative subjunctive concord said? Recommendation, resolution, demand, wish, suggestion, or prayer. I pray that God help, not I pray that God helps. Because of this pray, yeah. You do this one and drop it in the comment section for me now. We resolved that the secretary dash. Is it we resolved that the secretary resign or resigns? So drop the answer in the comment section for me now. So I'm waiting for your answer. We resolved that the secretary dash. Is it resign or resigns? Okay, so resign. One person said resign. I'm waiting for the other persons. We resolve that. Okay, Mary Juliet says A resign. Prince said resign. Okay. Any other person? Please, I don't like dull classes. I love active classes. So please be active. Respond. Okay, so I will answer that, then I'll give you another one to do for me. So let's go back to the board. So the answer is we resolve that the secretary resign. A is the correct answer because it is a resolution. So when resolution is involved, you use a plural, right? The secretary is singular. But since it involves resolution, you use a plural verb. Do we understand that? All right. So let's take another one. Let's take another one. Another example. The principal suggests Prince dash the school. This is number one. Is it leave or leaves? Is it leave or leaves? The next one, we demand she dash our money. Is it pay or pays? Number three, I wish he dash the food. Is it eat or eat? All right, so I want you to drop the answers in the comment section. Number one, just write the answer number one. You write the answer number two. You write the answer number three. You write the answer. So after that, we'll answer it together and we'll move on to the next rule. All right, so I'm waiting for your response. Okay, you have to see the board so you can answer. So let me turn it back to the board. Please ensure you're writing all these things in your notes. Drop your answer in the comment section. I'm waiting for your responses, please. Number one, the principal suggests Prince dash the school. So number one, is it leave or leaves? Number one, is it leave or leaves? And number two, we demand she dash our money. Is it we demand she pay our money or we demand she pays our money? I wish she dash the food. Is it I wish she eats the food or I wish she eats the food? Okay, Prince says number one, A, that is the principal suggests Prince leave the school. Okay. We demand she pay our money. I wish she eats the food. All right, so basically that's that. So what we are doing, we're just going with plural, plural, plural. The principal suggests, since it's a suggestion, leave. We demand she pay our money. We demand she pay our money, not that we demand she pays our money, because it's a demand. So it goes with plural. I wish he eats the food, not I wish he eats the food. Because this is wish, a wish. I wish he was my brother. Is that correct? Okay, let's check that. I wish he was my brother. Is this correct? Is it supposed to be I wish he was my brother or I wish he were my brother? Okay. I think I'll get some of you here. What's the right thing to say? Is it I wish he was my brother or I wish he were my brother? Drop it in the comment section. Is it I wish he was my brother or I wish he were my brother? All right. Drop your answer in the comment section. Let me see. Because most of the things we say are actually wrong. So drop it in the comment section. Is it I wish he was my brother or I wish he were my brother? I'm waiting for you, waiting for you. Just drop the verb in the comment section. Is it was or where? What is supposed to be there? Drop it in the comment section. We have to move on to the next one. Mary Juliet, he said, hey, I wish he was my brother. But what of mandative subject? Okay, let me wait for others. I'm not saying you are wrong, but let me wait for others. So please drop your answer in the comment section, please. Let's hasten up. We are out of time. We have 30 minutes more to end this class. Or we have less than 30 minutes to end this class. This class continues on Sunday by 4 p.m. So please always ensure you join, because with these live classes every Sundays in English, you are going to blast English, because these are the things they ask. These are the things they ask. These things you are learning, they are what they will always ask. So please endeavor to be joining. Your friends that are not here, always send them the link. Always share this with them. Those that missed this today, since it's the first day, I'm going to leave this video here. So those that miss, you can always share the video with them. Share the link with them so they can also learn. So let's go back to the board and we take like 2 more rules. It's B because wishes and desires go with plural. Okay, Mary Juliet. All right, so that's correct. So it is correct to say, let's go back to the board. So it is correct to say, I wish he were my brother, not I wish he was my brother. Because wishing attracts plural verb, right? So I wish he were my brother, not I wish he was my brother. But it's sounding wrong. When we say I wish he were my brother, they will even laugh you outside. Which one is I wish he were my brother? But that's the correct thing. And I wish he was my brother is wrong, because of the subjunctive, mandative, subjunctive concord. All right, so we're going to move on to the 4th one. We're going to take just 5 rules today. So let's go to the 4th one now. Let's go to the 4th one. Okay, so the 4th one, the 4th rule, please be writing all this. A pair of concord. A pair of concord. A pair of concord. Now write, when a pair of is used in a sentence, when a pair of is used in a sentence, it attracts a singular verb. When a pair of is used in a sentence, it attracts a singular verb. It attracts a singular verb. Take for example, if we have something like a pair of trousers is on the bed. A pair of trousers is on the bed. You can see we are using a singular verb here, not a pair of trousers are on the bed, because you're saying trousers here. This a pair of, anytime you have a pair of, it goes with what? Singular verb. So a pair of concord, a pair of, we always go with what? With singular verb. Do you understand that? A pair of scissors, a pair of trousers, a pair of anything goes with what? Singular verb. All right, so the last one we're going to take today, the fifth one, is the principle of proximity. The principle of proximity. Now this one, you take it very serious. This is the last one we're taking today. Next Sunday we'll continue from where we stopped today, but you have to take this one very serious because most persons make a whole lot of mistakes here in this principle of proximity, and this is where the core jam questions will be taken from. All right, so you take notes here. But if you are gaining something, please drop your best emoji in the comment section. I'm coming to check now. Drop your best emoji in the comment section. So I'm waiting for your best emoji in the comment section. I'm yet to see that, so I can continue to the principle of proximity. Your best emoji in the comment section. Drop your best emoji in the comment section. We are going to go back to the board because we're out of time. So back to the board now. Back to the board. So the principle of proximity, right? This principle states that when there is a list of nouns or pronouns at the level of the subject, when there is a list of nouns or pronouns at the level of the subject, it is the nearest noun or pronoun to the position of the verb that will determine the choice of the verb. I'll take that again. This principle states that when there is a list of nouns or pronouns at the level of the subject, it is the nearest noun or pronoun to the position of the verb that will determine the choice of the verb. Okay, now let's take an example. Then I'll use that to explain. Okay, write that question down. Write that down. Now, the principle of proximity, we say the principle of proximity states that when there is a list of nouns or pronouns at the level of the subject, it is the nearest noun or pronoun to the position of the verb that will determine the choice of the verb. So if you have a list of noun or pronouns at the subject level, what will determine the verb you are to use is the verb or the pronoun, the noun or the pronoun that is closest to the verb. For example, if Mary passes her examination, her teachers, 1, her friends, 2, Prince and I dash to praise. So if Mary passes her examination, her teachers, her friends, her teachers, plural, her friends, plural, Prince, singular, and I dash to praise. Now, what will be the answer? Is it is, are, am, has, or we have to? If you check very well, we have this noun, her teachers, yeah, her friends, Prince, and I. The closest noun or pronoun to the verb is what? Is I. This first person pronoun here is the closest, I. So since I is singular, the verb that should follow will be what? Singular. The verb that should follow will be what? Singular. So if Mary passes her examination, her teachers, her friends, Prince, and I is to praise. Is sounding wrong, Abby? With our Nigerian mentality, it's sounding wrong. With our Nigerian English, it's sounding wrong. But that's the correct thing. If Mary passes her examination, her teachers, her friends, Prince, and I is to be praised. Is to praise. Is to praise. So is, we are using is here because is the closest. So is because I is the closest. So her teachers is plural, her friends plural, Prince and I singular. But since this is the closest, we use is. So write that down and I'll give you one. Okay, so listen to that question again. Just look up again. Look up, please. Look up, please. If the question was, if Shade passes her examination, her teachers, her friends, or Sola would have, please look up, take note of this correction. If Mary passes her examination, the question is actually two, so I was reading the wrong one. So if Mary passes her examination, her teachers, her friends, Prince, and I am to be praised is the answer here. Sorry for that. I am. I, since I becomes the subject here, it goes with am. Am is still singular. But if the question was, if Mary passes her examination, her teachers, her friends, Prince, then if it stops at Prince, then it would have gone with is. But this I here, I goes with am, the first person pronoun I. So the answer there is am. So please take note. If Mary passes her examination, her teachers, her friends, Prince, and I am to praise. But if the question have said, if Mary passes her examination, her teachers, her friends, and Prince is to praise. So if it was the name of a person, one person there, it would have been is. But since it is I, it is what? Am. All right. Do we understand? If you understand, please write in the comment section, I understand. If you don't understand, write in the comment section, I don't understand. Please drop that in the comment section. If you understand what I said, drop it in the comment section, I understand. If you don't understand, drop it in the comment section, I don't understand. So I'll explain that again. So far, we've looked at 5 rules of Concord. If you've not finished copying, let me put the board so you can copy. So that's the board. We've looked at 5 rules of Concord. The first one, we've looked at subject. Okay, at the beginning of the video, okay, Mary, you understand? Well done. At the beginning of this class, we looked at basic structure of English and we looked at the subjects, how to identify subjects. We looked at predicator. We looked at complements. We looked at adjuncts. Then we moved on to the rules of Concord. We moved to the rules of Concord, and in the rules of Concord, we took the first rule of Concord, which is the subject-verb concord. Subject-verb concord. And in the subject-verb concord, we said that if the subject is singular, the verb will also be what? Singular. If the subject is plural, the verb will also be what? Plural. Then we moved on to subject-object concord. Subject-object concord. We said when everyone or everybody is used, the object will be his or her, not there. So everybody loves his or her book. Not everybody loves their book. Everybody knows his or her name. Not everybody knows their name. Everybody goes to his or her school. Not everybody goes to their school. Not everybody goes to the market. So what should be there if not everybody goes to the market? Is there everybody goes to his or her market? No, there is no object like his or her. So that's correct. Okay, so take notes. Then the third one, mandative subjunctive concord. That when you are recommending somebody, when resolution is taking place, demand, wish, suggestion, or prayer, you use what? You use a plural. That's why you say, I pray to God, not I praise to God. He prayed to God also, not he prays. So when prayer, okay, what you're saying is when prayer is involved, when you're praying, you're wishing, what you do is you use what? You use a plural verb. Then we moved on to the fourth one, a pair of. We say when you have a pair of, use what? Singular. Then the principle of proximity, the closest to the subject is what we use. Sorry, the closest. So when there is a list of nouns or pronouns at the level of the subject, it is the nearest noun or pronoun to the position of the verb that will determine the choice of the verb. So the one that is closest to where the verb is supposed to be, that is what will determine the verb. So if that one is plural, we use a plural verb. If it is singular, we use a singular verb. So at this point, in our next week edition, we are going to continue from where we stopped today. If you learned something new, drop a thumbs up for me, or drop your best emoji, or drop a nice word of encouragement for me in the comment section. If you're watching this video after this live, please click on the subscribe button. If you've not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and always come here to watch. I have other videos on Jamb, other Jamb subject combinations, chemistry, physics. So do well to check my channel. You will see that. You see other videos that will help you blast your exam. So I'll see you here next week, Sunday. So I'll be with you within the week for other subjects. But for English, next week, Sunday by 4 p.m. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. So at this point, we've come to the end of the class. If you learned something, drop in the comment section, I learned something. Drop in the comment section, nice words. Drop in the comment section things that will motivate me to do more videos, to host more live classes. Drop it in the comment section. So I'll leave this live on for some time for you to drop your nice thoughts. Drop your questions if you have questions. And we'll call it a day from here. Welcome. Thanks for your comments. And next week, you will gain more. You understand more also. So see you next week. All right, at this point, have a very nice day. Go and revise everything we've done. And next week, we'll continue again. So by the time we are done with all the rules of Concord, we are going to be taking past questions on the rules of Concord. Have a nice day. Bye. See you in our next edition on Sunday by 4 p.m. Go and check my channel now for other videos. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Subscribe. Share this video out to all your Jamb aspirant groups, all the Jamb groups. Share this video. Share my link there, so that others can also see. Like and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I am Excellent Simplified.